Barry, why are we making this list?
Why the hell not Joe? Eternal is such a deep game with intricate combat where every weapon has a purpose that fits and complements different playstyles. Plus, with the Dark Ages around the corner, we could pay tribute to this goated combat system.
Oh dear God, Joe about to ruin this list with his casual-ass opinions. I should make a drinking game for every time I'm gonna say skill issue.
I thought you didn't drink, Donnie.
I think Freddy would allow me on this occasion.
This isn't even a battle mode list. This is solely focusing on their utility in single player.
Yeah, not everything has to be hardcore, Donnie.
Either way, Joe gonna give some shit takes.
To start off, let's get the bread and butter S+1s done and over with. Those being Super Shottie, Ballista PB, and Rockets.
Off to a base start, Barry. Nice job.
I'll throw in CGS into Steer 2 while I'm at it.
Good idea, Barry.
Yeah, it does a great job at saving you in a pinch, but you can't always rely on it.
True. I like how it isn't just a defensive tool, but can be used offensively to create openings with its bash.
Hold on, guys. I don't understand why these just automatically get put into his plus.
I'm already pouring the vodka.
Let him cook a bit. I want to hear his input.
Quick swapping is cool and all, but I don't find it that fun. I just prefer to play my own way.
Where would you rank them, Ben Joe?
Well, the Super Shottie it is plus and shield and as I do agree with. Although I put PB in B tier.
Fuck's sake.
The most I got out of it was weak point destruction and fodder control. So Rockets and Ballista, I put them in A. They are too slow, situational for his plus. Good nonetheless.
Skill issue. PB Ballista combo lets you beam demons from range due to them being hit scan, and the high damage of the Ballista will falter most enemies. And Rockets are just goated if you're good with the PB combo, giving you the best DPS in the game that uses the least amount of ammo.
I found that kind of play too cumbersome.
I understand completely what you're saying, but objectively, these weapons and mods offer so much versatility if you're good at swapping. They are called bread and butters for a reason, Joe.
He's probably never touched anything above I'm too young to die.
I honestly like UV the most.
Pussy, nightmare is the default.
Donnie, if you're going to be an elitist dickhole, I'll just kick you.
I'm not. I'm just being correct.
How are those egg prices, Donnie?
I'm still working on it.
Next up, I'm just going to put the heavy cannon and combat shotgun in D tier. They have virtually little use.
Agreed. All they are used for is to induce glory kills and nothing else. D for me as well.
Same here. Got very little use out of them.
Did Joe's geriatric ass have a good take? Must be dreaming.
How's the stock market for you, Donnie?
All right, boys, let's take it easy and actually start the list.
Yes, please.
With those out of the way, let's move on to Stickies. I'm thinking a solid A tier.
Honestly, Barry, I'm going to go with a B tier. They're great for dealing with fodder, weak point destruction, and cacos in the early game. But once you get the full arsenal, they honestly offer very little in comparison to the bread and butters.
I don't know what you're on, Donnie. Stickies are awesome for clearing crowds and are super reliable and safe. Sure, they have to reload, but that's the only slight against it.
I'm surprised, Donnie. Stickies offer a good amount of utility to quick switching gods such as yourself. Having the fastest M lag when switching with PB, aside from rockets. And their headshot multiplier allows them to do about as much damage as a rocket, but without the self-damage.
You are 100% correct, Barry. However, that would take away from SSG ammo, and I could honestly just use rockets and frags instead. Or even the headshot blast from PB. And also landing those headshots can be quite inconsistent depending on the demon and situation. The bread and butters just do all that more consistently and better. Its high use in the early game is what's keeping it as high as B tier.
Skill issue, Donnie.
Show us what all you've done on UN Joe. Oh right, you only play on UV.
Not enough, Donnie. A tier for Stickies it is. Moving on to full auto.
I swear to God, if any of you...
The full auto is an easy A tier.
I'm sorry, Joe, I couldn't understand you with Mayo's cock lodged in your mouth.
That's disgusting.
Donnie, be nice. There's some good utility at a full auto.
If you're a scrub.
Put a sock in it, Donnie. If you want to take on hordes of fodder and maintain ammo. This mod is goated for that. Might even do it better than the Stickies, albeit a bit slower. Plus, it can be quite good on Marauders if you extend their stagger with a frag.
The fact you have to master the weapon in order for it to be usable is a sin.
That is a good point, Donnie. It loses ammo too quickly for fodder hordes and doesn't have enough damage to deal with heavies in an ammo-efficient way.
Stickies are right there. They can deal more damage per hit, regardless of distance, especially with headshots, and are just a more practical form of crowd control as it does not hinder your mobility and range is a non-issue.
They are still good for finishing off heavies you've already damaged, and the mastery makes that strategy even better.
It does help with ammo conservation either way.
If you two are done with finishing your reach arounds, I wasn't finished. Anyways, as Barry stated, the damage is severely lacking for its ammo consumption. Sure, the mastery helps with that, but I can achieve even better and faster results with SSG quick swaps, which take more skill anyways. Also, frags with the Equipment Fiend rune exist.
Another great point from Donnie.
Okay, but it's still a good option, and using it as a finisher for quick swap combos can be quite useful.
That's fair. But the slow startup can sometimes make it not worth the trouble.
Sure, its damage is lacking, which is why I think it's an A tier instead of an S, but it gets the job done and was never really meant for taking on hordes of heavies. Plus, this mod with quad is just goated.
Great point, Joe. I love using this in blitz sections in horde mode.
When you guys are done with your pride parade, I'd like to put this in C tier. Better than the base Shottie and heavy cannon for sure, but doesn't have much utility I can work with.
Sounds like a B tier to me.
Sounds like a bunch of bullshit.
Up next is micro missiles.
Oh great, another scrub mod, literally just full auto, but with no ammo revenue. What kind of shitty deal is that?
Honestly, Donnie, I think this one is a bit better than full auto.
And what's worse is that it takes a mod slot away from my beloved PB. So disgraceful.
There's more to this game than PB swaps Dunny. Plus, micros are pretty awesome. Really capable of dealing good damage.
Again, Joe, PB swap options just outdo it.
We get it done.
All right, I'll admit this mod isn't so bad. With primary charger, this thing can be a beast. But again, the ammo consumption makes it hard to rank highly, especially with no revenue like full auto.
I get that, but it is really satisfying to use. Plus, unlike full auto, it doesn't mean your mobility is quite fast, and it's usable against heavies.
That's true. It's also worth noting it does not consume ammo as fast as full auto, making it a more viable option. But despite Dunny's annoying comparisons, it really does pale in comparison to PB at its full potential.
I guess that's fair. It can't take out weak points and does not have the head explosion mastery, which is good for crowd control. But again, the raw damage of micros is really good, and its speed does allow for more flexibility with weapon swapping,
That's a fair point.
like full auto and faking an A.
I'll second that. I think it can offer some good flexibility and is a solid option for high damage.
C tier, I'd go B if it didn't take a slot away from PB.
I can put this in low A then.
That works for me.
Moving on to the chain gun.
It's all right, it's got good stopping power and is decently ammo efficient. Good against some heavies, but that's really it. It's not accurate enough for fodder and isn't damaging enough for higher tier and super heavies.
Agreed.
It took some steps forward from its iteration in 2016, such as removing the long startup it had, but it doesn't pack the same punch like it did.
Honestly, this weapon is good, but not great. It doesn't have a lot that makes it stand out.
I agree. Not much to really say about this one, I guess. B tier.
Yeah,
That works.
Moving on to mobile turret.
this one is goated. It annihilates any demons in seconds.
Worst mod in the game.
Care to explain?
Gladly. I won't deny it packs a considerable punch in the DPS department, more so than micros and full auto. However, besides it having the exact same issues as those two, it doesn't have any real redeeming or unique qualities. It's literally just a big ammo dump with no real utility for those who are pros. At least full auto gives you ammo upon defeating enemies, and MM has no mobility hits.
He makes a convincing argument, Joe.
Oh, piss off, Donnie. It doesn't need all kinds of bells and whistles to be good. It's meant to be a fuck-all high DPS option, and it does that really well. Poking holes in demons with this thing is just an all-around blast.
I mean, look, it serves its function very well. And for some, that's all they need. But Donnie is right. There's other options in tech that just outclass an ME TPS and ammo conservation. This doesn't make it bad.
Generally speaking, this isn't a bad mod. Just the worst in the game.
And I agree with Donnie here.
You forget the fact it makes the chain gun more accurate.
Oh wow, you're right. Instant S tier.
Okay, Donnie, let's not kick him while he's down.
Whatever, this is an S-tier mod.
C tier.
Oh, shove it up your ass.
Time for the plasma gun, boys. I kind of like this weapon. It's got solid damage, blows up shields, and has great handling. Not S-tier worthy, but definitely solid and reliable.
Couldn't agree more, Barry. It also has good stopping power too, with its splash damage making it a good crowd control option. Yet another A-tier choice for me.
Aside from shield popping, this weapon doesn't have much going for it. It's good against fodder, sure, against heavies it's not bad, but honestly, the chain gun would be a better option and is worthless against super heavies. I feel like I could replicate most of what it can do with other weapons.
I don't entirely disagree. It's a simple weapon that's easy to use, so I'd imagine its DPS wouldn't be anything to scoff at.
Yeah, that makes sense, but I won't lie. I do feel like I can easily pull out this weapon and not have to worry much about any downsides or dangers with the weapon.
Yeah, that's fair. There's better options, but you can't go wrong with it.
Its weapon handling is much better than the chain gun, that's for sure. I only really take this out for shield soldiers and to use heat blast on occasion to falter demons. So I'm going with a B tier.
Not gonna lie, Donnie, you somewhat convinced me. B tier it goes.
Oh hey, it's the mod that actually gives this weapon some purpose?
Holy moly, Donnie. A good take from you for once.
I don't know what you're talking about. I have nothing but good takes. Everyone says this.
Can we just enjoy the fact you two are agreeing?
This mod is great for crowds and dealing high damage against demons, especially the damage boost to its primary fire from the master.
Very true. But let's not ignore the real reason this is a good mod, weak point destruction and faltering.
Man, you both are cooking.
Oh yeah, it does that too, while also one-shotting shields.
Using this on Doom Hunters or Cybermanks when going for blood punches on them is fantastic.
I never really used it for that. I just shoot the shield of the Doom Hunter until it goes down.
I mean, sure, that's an option. A very slow and impractical option.
That sled goes down easily by a blood punch, and a couple SSG shots you more in.
My fun zone is different from you guys, I guess.
More like the slow zone.
Enough. Both of you guys brought up good points here, and I agree with them. How does an A tier sound?
Good.
Moving on to microwave beam. I gotta say, talk about a considerable drop in quality.
Agreed.
Damn, again, we're on fire.
So slow. Killing anything past a fodder takes a zillion years.
And the reward is hardly worth it. Demon explosions are so small and the damage is ass. The falter effect is nice, I guess, but it doesn't salvage it.
Couldn't agree more. The limited range and movement hindrance just add more to this shit sandwich.
I would do D tier, but it kills spirits and is the only thing that can stun possessed demons. So there's that, I guess. Never got any use out of the demon explosions and shit. The risk does not match the reward.
Yeah, I guess C would be the best place for it.
Agreed.
Moving on to the Arbalest, I really like this one. Aside from its great damage, it's very ammo efficient.
Yeah, this one is pretty good. Very easy to spam when you master it. That explosion is good for crowds too.
I like it too. Its headshot multiplier can make it quite nice if you're accurate. And using it in tandem with other weapons can be fun too. Although its splash isn't the best, and higher tier demons are more resistant to it, making it less viable than just quick swapping them with a normal ballista. Awesome against Kakakos and Pains, but that's really it. Solid B tier.
Come on, Dottie, this mod is great for spam. And the splash is more meant to deal lots of damage rather than take out large hordes. It's also quite fast.
He's not wrong, Donnie. There's actually a good amount of utility to this mod because of its high damage and minimal risk.
I understand where you guys are coming from, but quick swapping combos can still outclass it. Plus it takes a mod slot from our next mod.
I guess that's fair. I think an A tier.
Same.
I can live with that.
All right, time for D-Blade.
Finally, our second S tier.
I agree, Donnie. This mod is amazing.
It can easily tear through a group of demons, and the mastery allows you to effectively and safely kill carcasses.
This mod sucks complete dick.
Can I say it, Barry?
All right, this time it's warranted.
Skill issue.
Every time I use the damn thing, I get gang raped by all the demons cause I can't fucking move.
Maybe if you use it wrong, Joe.
How could I be using it wrong?
If you just stand there and charge it up, you're going to get wrecked.
Not only that, but using it in tandem with nothing around the spot is risky.
It may slow your movement, Joe, but it doesn't affect your momentum. You can maintain the airspeed you had with it and even build up more by b-hopping while charging it. Hell, just making the habit of charging it in the air will allow you to have some movement.
Exactly, Donnie. You can also use it with frags to falter demons or for amazing results on a group of frozen demons.
Yes, preemptive uses of it on demons you know are going to spawn is also great. D-Blade can honestly save you from certain death if you're smart with it.
It's a high risk, high reward type of mod where the reward can exceed the risk, especially with a lot of skill and smart play.
Damn, okay. Guess I really was using it wrong. I'll just let you two rank it.
S tier it goes.
Up next is Remote Dead. I like this one, solid A tier.
Yeah, Remote Dead isn't bad. One of the better crowd control tools in the game.
Yeah, its proximity mines and concussive blasts really make it great for crowd control.
Same. It is a bit of a shame its damage is a bit underwhelming.
Yeah, I think I'm going to agree with Joe on an A tier.
Same here. Its concussive blast is really useful for both crowd control and allowing safe approaches on demons. Great mod, but not quite S tier worthy.
Oh, hey, it's our third S tier mod.
I'm shocked, Donnie. I figured you'd shit on this mod.
Why would I do that? Its damage output is really awesome, allowing you to easily get rid of dangerous demons.
Honestly, I'm with Joe. I figured you'd be all like, who needs a mod like this when I can just quick swap them to death.
That doesn't work on every single demon in every situation, especially the mobile ones like the Hell Knight, Dread Knight, Baron Doom Hunter, Pain Elementals, etc. And sometimes you just need to focus on positioning and movement, and this comes in handy to focus down a specific demon. It is also used to one cycle a Marauder, and is especially helpful in Cultist base and Doom Hunter base.
Couldn't agree with you more, Donnie. Joe?
I mean, I can't think of much to add. You pretty much summed up why it's great.
S tier it goes.
Are we done with this list now?
No, we still got the super weapons to do, starting with the BFG.
Oh, I love that book. I would read that to my kids when they were being bullied.
Not that BFG Joe, we're referring to the big fucking gun.
Joe, how did you confuse the two? You've been playing Eternal since release.
I always called it the goo gun cause it shoots a big giant ball of goo.
I'm so glad Hillary forced you out of the race. Anyways, I'm putting this in S tier. Such an effective room clearer, no shit button.
Now this weapon is for pussies. If you need to use this gun, then you need to get good.
I love using this weapon to take out those marauders. Such a horrible enemy.
I rest my case, D tier.
For fuck's sake, Donnie, I'm not putting this in D tier. It's a tool from the devs and a valid one at that. Encounters were even designed to push you into using it.
Just put it in its tier Barry.
Next is the Unmakyr. This weapon blows. Its general stats are actually not bad, but the fact it shares ammo with the BFG is its cardinal sin.
There's no reason to use this weapon at all. You can accomplish way more with the BFG.
Now this weapon is pretty good if you know how to use it.
Oh, God.
Enlighten us, Donnie.
This weapon is amazing at focus damage. Dealing so much on a single demon can save your ass. In addition to the fact that it amplifies the resources you get on flamed or frozen enemies, you're pretty much unstoppable.
The BFG can one-shot virtually every demon with a direct hit except the Tyrant and Baron.
Yeah, for half its ammo.
You're literally taking out the whole arena in the process, Donnie, making it work. If the Unmakyr had by far the highest DPS in the game to make up for its ammo restrictions, or use something like plasma ammo, then it would actually be good.
The fact you guys are begging for a well-balanced weapon to be overpowered as fuck is really sad. You guys clearly aren't as good at this game as I am.
Believe me, Donnie, we know. put this in D tier?
Nothing lower than an 8, Barry.
No, Donnie, your argument didn't convince either of us. D tier it is.
Are we done with this list, Barry?
I don't think there's much to say on the Crucible, and the Hammer is only in Tag 2 in Horde mode. I think ending it here is good.
What a garbage list. But what do I expect from garbage players? I am the best Doom Eternal player. Everyone is saying this. Even when I met Hugo Martin, big man, strong man, tears in his eyes, he said, I am the best player in this game.
Is that why you were rejected from FNF then?
Oh my fucking God, you wouldn't stop bitching about that for weeks.
They said it would have been too unfair to my opponents.
I still remember the time you threw a major fit when they removed CGS from battle mode.
Oh yeah, he kept saying Hugo was rigging the game against him or shit like that.
I was so good they had to change the meta so people could keep up with me. Socialist bullshit, I tell you. Hugo is a Marxist socialist fascist.
Can't wait for that to be peddled back when the Dark Ages comes out.
Anyways, I should go. It's after 8 and it's approaching my nap time.
I should go too.
See you guys.